Hi, and welcome to Lines on Design. This is one of my favorite shows today. I am here with my new friend, Robert Jenkins. Nice to see you from Padgett Plumbing, which is not a new friend. It's actually an old friend.
Yes.
You know, we've, being a designer, my husband being a contractor from a gazillion years ago, you are an icon in the Lowcountry area. So thank you for joining us today. We thought it might be a lot of fun to do a kind of a pre and a post. Right?
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about how important plumbing is. We were just talking about it to Gustavo and Jessica. In the hierarchy of subcontractors, you want your plumber to be at A5 plus.
You got to have a good plumber.
You have to have a good plumber.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about, first of all, your business, and then share a little bit about what we're going to be doing today.
Okay. We are, you know, the oldest plumbing. Mr. Padgett started Padgett Plumbing, really started in the 60s, but it officially became a plumbing company in 1973.
Wow.
And been continuously on Hilton Head, Bluffton area, Ridgeland, Beaufort, Hilton, Hardyville for ever since then. So we've been around a while and
with an amazing reputation, which is why we thought it would be fun to kind of feature you again.
Yes.
Because even though we make new friends, we like to keep our gold friends and not ever forget about them. So this is wonderful. We're here today in, I think, what is an inspiration house. And you and I talked a little bit about this. Talk to us a little bit about what these folks are going to do. I know they've got 2 children and 1 on the way. So this is a wonderfully, it's going to be an active home for this family.
It's going to be busy. Busy.
So talk to us about the design, what they're thinking.
Well, what you've got going on right now is you're looking at the kitchen. We're kind of redesigning a little bit. Kitchen sink is the pipes that are right up underneath the sink here.
Okay.
We're going to actually add some stuff into it. That's why they're cut. But your kitchen sink is going to be at the center of this window. And then over to our left.
Okay, this is nice.
Yeah, they're
building a wall.
butler's. Yeah, well, this is going to be cabinets. You know, plenty of room of cabinetry inside of here. Stove is going to sit right here in the middle somewhere. There's the plans right there. And then we've got what they're going to do is a butler's pantry, what I think is a great idea because they can store a lot of stuff in here. There'll be an ice maker, there'll be another sink over here in the corner. All
I can see is 3 little kids and taking everything here and going, okay, I'm going to do that in a little bit. And it still looks great over here. It makes so much sense.
You've got a lot of storage that's going to be in here and, you know, keep the kitchen uncluttered. And so and refrigerator will be over behind us. So, you know, my interests are all plumbing issues.
Okay.
And the age of the house, which was built in the early 80s, the owner is concerned about the copper pipe under the slab. So he says, I want to repipe this house, and which we do a whole lot of repiping with the polybutylene.
Yes, we talked about polybutylene as something that was what you did, and now it's what you need to replace.
It needs to be replaced.
Do you see that a lot? Are you doing that?
Well, we do still see, there's 2 sides of polybutylene. You have the copper fitting side of the polybutylene, which is the later 80s through the 90s. And then you have the plastic fittings, which is the bad stuff. If you have that, you need to get that out of your house.
Okay.
But now what's happening is insurance companies are not really, if they give you a policy on a home, if say this house was just purchased, if it had polybutylene in it, the insurance company rates, the insurance on the house would be tremendous. And it would be cheaper for them to repipe the house and have that insurance rate drop. Or they have to do it to sell the house. So that is really what's driving us as far as repiping.
Do you ever have people just prophylactically or preventatively come to you and say, check my house? I mean, I'm not sure I would know, right?
Yeah, we do. Actually, you had a customer that has polybutylene in their house. They're not selling it, but they've had it for several leaks. So they said, I've got to get this out of my house. And so we'll be doing that probably first part of January and repiping their house.
And it makes sense because in the long run, they're going to save.
They're going to sell the house. They'll be able to sell it and make some money.
Which makes so much sense.
Yeah.
This is we've had fun walking through the house. The lot's absolutely amazing.
It's a really nice house. It's got water view.
Exactly, and deceptively small. You know what we'll do? We're going to let Gustavo go that way and around to the Jack and Jill, and we're going to meet you over here. Just because it's fun.
Yeah.
Ready? I'll let you take the lead.
All right.
Yay, look at this.
Yeah.
How about this, Gustavo? How fun was that for like through the magic of the camera?
Well, this is a Jack and Jill bathroom, basically. At some point or another, they had originally had a tub here. It looks like it's been remodeled and turned into a shower, but we're going to be turning it back into a tub. We're going to have to jackhammer the floor here and redo some of the drain. They're going to build us a wall here. This piping is going to disappear. The pipe will come through the ceiling. And part of the repipe of this house.
Well, and again, something interesting, I think, from a design point of view, I do a lot with aging in place, but at any stage in life. Okay, and so as you age in place, they have little kids, so you need to have a tub.
Yes.
So I hear all the time folks are like, "Oh, I don't want a tub. One bathroom at least." Do you agree
with
that?
Rule of thumb is always keep a bathtub in the house. That's a realtor. A realtor is going to tell you that anyway, because you may sell the house that has small kids and they don't get in showers. They get in tubs and splash around and play with the toys.
Yes, they do. And then how is this going to be configured?
This is going to be a dual sink cabinet. I really don't know what the cabinetry design is. A lot of times they'll have sinks and drawers in the middle. I have not seen those plans, but
this will be fun to come back and see. My assumption is this is Jack and Jill for the first two kids, right?
Yes.
And then now we're just going to walk through the bathroom as we go in to, we'll go into the complete redesign of the master bath, which is going to be an amazing
we're going to
look.
Right now the carpenters are working on building some walls for us. Basically, we have two sinks going over here in the corner. That's really this
is fantastic.
I've got to do some work because this plumbing is, pipes are broken and stuff like that from the demo of the place. We got to fix it up. This is actually some of our main plumbing right here. So all of this copper's disappearing. We're going to be running new piping in here. So, and then over here in the corner is going to be a shower.
Gorgeous.
And we got to do some rework. We got a bunch of jackhammering we're going to have to do because we've got a tub that's just sitting right here.
Well, I'm sad we're missing the jackhammering. That sounds like it could be fun.
It runs everybody out of the house.
I'm sure it does. I want to, as we're walking down the hall, and we'll stop and turn around and talk to Gustavo a little bit, because what I really want to do is talk about the process of plumbing and selecting things. How does it typically work? I'm sure if you have a contractor and a designer, it's one thing, but for many people doing smaller jobs, they're doing it on their own. What is your recommendation for finding you, coming to you? Can you help guide us?
I do a lot. A lot of times people call me in and say, hey, I want to redo my bathroom. And they're going to say, I want to do this and do this and do this. And I'll say, wait a minute now, why don't you think about this? Because I do this
You
a
do
lot.
It every day. So you see a space, like you can see that square space and envision something magical.
And, a lot of times they want the open showers. And I'll say, okay, when it's cold outside in the wintertime and it's 30 degrees outside and you're trying to take a shower, in that shower you don't have any glass around you, it's cold.
It's just cold.
It is cold. So that's kind of the stuff I explain to them. I'll say, you want to kind of close it in,
But you also have some really creative and innovative ideas. I know you were talking about the master bedroom, say it to me, heating, tankless.
Oh, tankless water.
I was doing
I was trying to get it there. The tankless water heater. We are putting, the water heater is actually in a closet somewhere, right over here, I think. And we're getting rid of that, and he wants to do tankless. So we are putting a tankless water heater on the end of the house, which is a circulating tankless water heater.
Yeah, listen to this. It's
so
very
what it's
cool.
going to end up doing, because it's all the way, it's 100 feet away from the kitchen.
Okay.
So it's going to take forever to get hot water over here to the kitchen. So if you're trying to do dishwashing, you're going to have to get that water hot before before you can wash dishes.
Sure.
And so it's putting a circulation pump in. So what we're going to do is going to be a line that comes all the way across the house that returns water back to the water heater, and it circulates it, constantly keeps that water hot. So when you come in the kitchen, you turn it on, you got instant hot water.
How interesting is that? Those are all, there's got to be really fun stuff. I think plumbing is one of those things you don't really realize how cool it is and how much you need it till you do need it or you don't have it.
Exactly.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
And I think it's really a treat to have you. Again, we would like to come back and take a visit and kind of see some of the progression. Tell me what your biggest client demands and requests are now. Is it a certain brand? Is it a certain kind of sink or plumbing or?
Generally, there's a large volume of different type of products out there.
Okay.
So it's really stick with name brands, Kohler's, the Moens, the Growe's. The Kohler's and Moens are better as far as I'm concerned. As far as repair parts, Kohler Growe is a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
It's a little bit harder.
So I know we've only got about 30 seconds left, and I have to say this and do like a shameless pitch for you, because one of the best things is, and you and I were talking about that, is this is your industry, you're the professional, and you can help guide. So you know what you know. Yeah. And that's amazing. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day. The guys are out here. Well, first of all, some of the guys are hiding because they so they don't want to be in the top. They're like, no. But it's a treat, and thank you all for joining us here on Lines on Design. Please have a great week.
Yeah.